Now they came to Jericho. Somebody tell me what the next verse says. Leif, what's the next verse say? You got to get to Mark 10. As they came to Jericho, as he went out of Jericho. You know what that tells me? Nothing happened in Jericho. You know what that tells me? Jesus can walk through a city and nothing happen. You got the Son of God walking through a city and walking right in and right out, and there's nothing to talk about when he came through. It says, as he was leaving with his disciples and a great multitude, blind Bartimaeus, the son of Timaeus, sat by the road begging. I want to tell you, spiritual hunger is beggarly. There's paradoxes in the kingdom. I'm rich and I'm poor. I'm full and I'm empty. Which is it? Yes. I'm not going to answer it with just one side, because as soon as you get into that side, you're going to lose out on so much more in the kingdom, and things will get weird when you just try to pick one side. It's both. It's poverty that accesses. It's the awareness that I need more that brings me in. I'm always grateful, never satisfied. Always grateful, never satisfied. Always grateful, never satisfied. It says this, he sat by the road begging. When he heard that it was Jesus of Nazareth, this blind man who had been born blind, he began to cry out. Everybody say cry out. Okay? I love the divine points. Two destinies are going to cross. Jesus and this blind man, he began to cry out, Jesus, Son of David, have mercy on me. Verse 48, many wanted him to be quiet, warned him to be quiet, but he cried out all the more. Friends, I want you to know something. Just 10 more minutes. Lock in with me. I spend a lot of my prayer time in receiving, resting, marinating, meditating in the presence of God. But that is not fullness of prayer. There's another aspect of prayer called crying out. And I want you to know that God responds to people who cry out. Cry out from the depths. Jeremiah 33, call to me, says the Lord, and I will show you great and mighty things which you do not know. Cry out. Proverbs chapter 2, if you cry out for discernment and lift up your voice for understanding, you will find the knowledge of God. It's not about personality types. Well, I'm more of an introvert. I like being quiet. Well, God will show up to you and says, well, then get loud. And he'll show up to the extroverts that just talk all the time saying, get quiet. And he goes, both is how you grow in the spirit of prayer. It's both receptive, meditative, contemplative, and it's ravenous, hungry. God, I need you. God, I need you. Because we're going to look at Paul here in a little bit, the man more rooted in the grace of God than anybody who's ever lived. And the man is possessed with hunger for more. And I get a little leery about everybody that's so rooted in the grace of God and they're not driven by the grace of God.